Hello fellow humans. I just wanted to give a quick, I think it's 8 years of use review of this backpack.
The Maxpedition Falcon II Backpack.
I purchased this in the middle of 2014 for about $150 US, plus God knows whatever shipping to Australia. This seemed like the perfect backpack for me at the time, and it was really good. Definitely, it's really good. It still is a really good bag, but I just decided that I wanted to review it because I still think it's a really good bag and people should buy it if this is the kind of bag that people want. But as for me, I'm going to sell it because it's no longer as practical for me, and I want something that's just a little bit bigger. I'm sure you can find the exact specifications of this bag on the internet.
I realize now, because this is an older version of the bag, it might be hard to find the old specifications on the internet. It seems there are so many websites that only advertise the newer bag. I don't know if it's changed since then.
It's the hard use gear. Maxpedition Falcon II. This is exactly the same as Magforce, except just different branding on it. And maybe Magforce is a little bit cheaper. I haven't seen Maxpedition in Japan, but I've seen plenty of people wearing Magforce or using Magforce, and it seems exactly the same. I can't remember the exact specs of the material, so you're going to have to search that yourself. I'll send a link in the description. Yeah, this backpack has been good for so many years, and I didn't wash it for the first 6 years, and I wouldn't say it was stinky, but it just, got adventure juice on it, adventure dirt, and I've chucked it through the washing machine a few times and it came out pretty good.
Yes, I'm aware that the care instructions say not to wash it in the washing machine.
For some longer trips, I sprayed water repelling spray on it and it's held up quite well. You can see that some of these things, the paint has worn out, but that is to be expected. Considering that I've had it for 6-7 years, what the fuck is that? Still in pretty good condition. So you can't complain about that. And if anything, it makes it sort of more interesting to look at. And these, I guess these are water draining holes because this is where you can put a camelback water pouch thing in the bag. But they've sort of worn down, the paint has worn off. You can probably see the original paint in there. I didn't use the belt straps so much apart from hiking, so they haven't worn down so much. The chest one, I didn't have it on for a few years, but then I decided to put it on and it helped when I was carrying heavy things. I use this a lot to put my GoPro in there on a selfie stick kind of thing, so that's been good. And the pads the padding is actually not so bad on the shoulders. I found it's good. I never really had anything particularly heavy inside, and if I did, it wouldn't be for very long. So this has been to a few different countries. I used this on a bike packing trip, so it sat on the back of my bicycle for about 1,000 kilometers.
For the viewers still watching from the 18th century, 1,000 kilometers is about 3,300,000 feet.
All kinds of conditions. And yeah, it's really tough. This little side clip thing I put on here just to hold empty water bottles because water bottles take up so much space when they're empty inside. And the bottom straps, I kept them tied up mainly because I didn't really use it. Some of the straps, I'm not particularly kind. Well, I would say I'm kind to the bag, but I don't treat it like a baby, and it's still held up pretty well. Like there's a little bit of fabric fraying, but like it's not bad. Nothing to complain about. It's gonna last a long time, especially the way I use it. Like this is probably the worst. This little bit here probably got stuck on something. If you just trim up the long fraying bits and use a lighter to melt it back, it's basically brand new. Get in there. The handle's not bad, but yeah, you can pick it up from anywhere because it's pretty tough mostly. One thing I don't like is, maybe I'm just being weak sauce, but like the material's so hard. When you have dry skin here, just you putting your hand in and out of the pockets, I'm just being a pussy, but you're kind of scratchy. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just stiff. So maybe next time I would get something a little bit softer. I'm not going to complain because maybe it was a softer material, it wouldn't have lasted as long. The inside is still pretty good. Of course it has these little fraying things, but you can just trim them up.
The inside mesh material is a little bit annoying.
I mean, it definitely, I know it's not a camera bag, but when you got a camera and you want to put it in, like, it gets stuck on this and you're trying to put it in and out. And this pocket is big, but it's not that big, so it's definitely more useful for a military purpose, I guess, or whatever. But I've carried computers across continents and stuff with this, and it's kind of just not big enough to put a computer in safely because there's no like external padding or anything. So a computer kind of sits against the sides, which is a little bit annoying, but...
Yes, I know it's not a computer bag.
It kind of droops down a little bit. I put this bit of cardboard in there just to stop it from drooping. When it's sitting up on its own, it kind of keeps its shape a little bit. It's definitely not necessary. Organization, everything's fine. No complaints. American design, made in Taiwan. So yeah, same. Maxpedition is the same as Magforce. Don't let branding fool you. So yeah, more fluffy bits coming out, but yeah, like that's gonna happen with any bag. Nothing to complain about. What I really like about it is you can just clip anything to it. Tripods and long vegetables. If this bag was wider, I mean, I know they have a Super Falcon, a wider one maybe. On the other hand, I'm gonna do a review maybe of this bag. But on the other hand, I bought this dedicated camera bag, which is just a piece of shit, to be honest. And I bought this in 2016, maybe 2017. And yeah, it's just been pretty trash from the start. Like, but what can you expect from a camera brand? Like, they're there to make money and overcharge for it. Things like the straps just so thin and just when you wear it, it kind of cuts into your shoulder in a straight line. It doesn't actually pad, so it cuts off circulation. But you can put a laptop in it, which is what I wanted it for, and to hold the camera when I was moving around. Like, if this was made from this, this would be so good. But yeah, so anybody who's wanting to use this for, I don't know, maybe hiking or kind of bag they need to rely on. I don't know what you like, people who are into being prepared and this kind of thing. Maybe this is the perfect kind of size. I mean, it's not so big that you can hike for 3 days, depending on where you're going. I did 2 day for this one and it was suitable, but it depends on your needs. So if I can think of anything else, I will put it in while I'm editing, but no, it's a really good bag. If you have any questions, thanks for watching, and I'll leave some information in the description box of this video.